Bosses, hey, good morning, good evening, good night. Whatever time of day you are watching this video, welcome back to another Boss Creations production. Today we are going to do sublimation on 100% polyester t-shirt. And right now I am so sorry for the way this recorded. It did not record in full view, so I do apologize for that off rep. But today I am showing you how I do my full on, because you guys know I have a 2760 Eco Tank by Epson, so I do not have a full format. So if I want to, a wide format, so if I want to do a big picture, I have to cut my images into squares depending on the size of the picture that I'm working on. And right now I am doing this 2X shirt for my husband, because for some reason he became a big Denver Nuggets fan this season and they are the champions. Go Denver. So I am doing this Joker champion shirt. So it's a 2X shirt, so I believe my measurements were about 11 and a half. So in order for me to be able to print it out and press it to the shirt, I have to cut it in squares. So this is a perfect time for me to show you how I accomplish my big size shirts. So what I'm doing is I'm going to grab a square. First, I'm going to go ahead and measure it out to the size that I want it to be. And then I am going to grab a square, size it out to the way to an as best of an equal square as I can possibly measure it out to be, just by looking and not doing any mathematical measurements. So what I do I split the image in half first vertically, and then after I have split it in half, so you're going to put the square over your image, measure it to where you want it. You're going to select both of the images and you're going to hit the slice button in your bottom right hand corner if you're working with a Cricut. Then I'm going to delete all the negative spaces that I do not need. Then I'm going to come back with another square, and this time we're going to go horizontally. But because we have now two images, it's not going to let you select all three images and slice it. So you have to select each image individually. So you're going to select the square, then you're going to hit shift, and you're going to select the half of the image that you want to slice. So right now I'm just going through and I am measuring everything that I need, sliced out everything that I needed. You're going to select, like I said, you're going to make your square. You're going to select your square piece and you're going to select your one side piece. You're going to hit slice, and before you delete any negatives, just select the other slice and the other half of the square and slice that. Now you have 4 pieces to delete. You've deleted them. Now you have all 4 of your pieces that you can now print off and sublimate onto your shirt. Now, the way you're going to sublimate it onto your shirt is you're going to tape them back together to make one big image, and then you're going to press it. But I do not have a wide format printer, as maybe some of you guys don't. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you, I'm going to mirror my images. You guys know when you're sublimating and pressing, you have to mirror your image. So when you do press it, it comes out in the right direction for you to be able to read it. Especially if you have words. Don't forget to mirror your image. Now, some people will go ahead and send this through their printer. I am not going to do that. Send it through their Cricut. I'm not going to do that. We are just going to do the printer portion of this. So I'm going to send each image to my printer. I'm going to set each image up and I'm going to send it through the printer one by one, but I'm going to send them all at the same time, if you can understand that. So I was just showing you, I know my screen is not big enough right now. I took my camera in too far. So I am showing you that I don't need to turn on my Cricut because I didn't need it. My picture is mirrored. I'm going to go to my system dialogues. I selected my 2760 ET Epson Eco Tank, and then I'm going to go up to the paper. The paper style is a matte presentation matte. Very bottom is for mine, premium presentation matte. And then I'm going to go to my print quality and I'm going to put it on high. Then I'm going to hit OK, and now I'm going to hit print. And that paper is going to go ahead and send to the printer with my system dialog settings, which is a presentation matte paper, which is what I'm using, which I am actually using a sublimation paper in 8.5 by 11. I do use 8.5 by 14, but I do not have any at the current moment. But my printer does print up to an 8.5 by 14. But this is a sublimation paper, a sub 8.5 by 11, 125 grid. So I'm going to go ahead and send sheet number 2 to the printer in the same way I did it, sheet number 3, and sheet number 4. Now, just in case you didn't understand what I was saying earlier, the settings that I used for my printer was the paper was premium presentation matte, and my print quality is set to high. You make sure your images are mirrored, and I personally do not send my images through the Cricut, and I will show you why once we get to the papers being printed and the image, and I'm showing you how I set up my paper. All right, guys, for the printing process. We're at our setting up the paper part. So what I do is I cut around the image to make sure I get all the registration lines out, which are those little black little half line squares in the corners. I make sure I get those registration marks off first. So I'm just cutting around the edges to get those black lines out. And then after I do that, I am just going to after I have cut around the image and around the sides, I leave an edge out so I can paste it together. So as you see on some of those images, I have that one little corner piece that I have not cut all the way off of two sides of the papers. Now watch, I'm cutting off the edge, and I am going to measure. See, the two bottom lines still have that white gap. This one, I am going to cut it directly against the grain of the picture on the top. But that side piece, I have to kind of leave that edge. I cut off a corner of the edges of the pieces so that they don't overlap. Now the side that I have the white part on, that's where I add my tape, and I am going to overlap the picture on top of that white part. That is how I get my seamless seam. Now you're going to have to take your time and line it up good so you get a seamless seam and everything is taped perfectly. So now I'm going to go ahead and tape up the bottom and flip it back over. Now I'm going to attach the side that has that side flap so the other picture can sit on top of it. Now I made a mistake. I put it on the wrong side. Everything is transparent over here at the Bawse Creation. So I took off the tape and I'm going to add it to the correct side that has the white lining that I need. But you still have to make sure you line it up precisely so you do not have any weird shifting images. Now grab that second piece and line it over top your white flaps. That is your overlapping piece. Some people will go on Canva and extend the picture over so you have, I don't have time for that. I got 3 jobs plus my entrepreneur plus my business, so I ain't got time for that. So what I do is I just leave that white overlapping area, and it makes for a perfect lineup every time. You just have to be patient and line it up the right way. So now that we have done all our prep work for my husband's shirt, we're going to go on over and we are going to press it. This is a 100% polyester shirt from, I believe this one came from Hobby Lobby. They do have their 100% polyester shirts other than Cricket, because Cricket in these local stores, you can't always find the sizes that you want. And for some reason, the only ones that they have for women are V-necks, and not all women want a V-neck, and not all shirt design go with a V-neck. So Hobby Lobby do have these shirts, and they're always 30% off, because Hobby Lobby always have their 30% off their art apparel, wearable art apparel of whatnot. So as you just saw me do, I got my moisture out. I halfway creased my line in the center. Now I'm getting my parchment paper out so I have no bleeding going on between the shirt or on my press. So I am putting this parchment paper on the inside of the shirt. You always want to make sure you put it on the inside of your shirts, because if you don't, you will have your image from the front bleed out to your back, and it will be a backwards image when you're looking at it from the back. Take it from somebody who has done it. The last shirt I did, which was, I believe, the first sublimation shirt I did, which I believe was the LeBron Lakers shirt, that I mistakenly did not put my parchment paper underneath, and I had the bleeding on the back. But my husband wears that shirt proudly. So it is what it is. So right now I'm getting a little extra moisture out. I'm getting all those wrinkles out. I still know where my middle seam is. So now we're just going to go ahead over, grab our image, and we are going to press. Now, I did not set my timer to the 60 seconds that I normally set it to. So that is why it is going through the 7 seconds now, and then it's going to jump over into a 46-second thing, because I did open it. I closed it back so we can go ahead and go through its full 60-second course. Now for this second set of press time, see, I'm going to go ahead and open it, close it back, and it reset itself. So I'm not going to run through the whole 40 seconds of this, because I've already been through 30 seconds through my original press. So I'm just going to let it run through on the 20-something second leave over thing, and then I will go ahead and lift it up. And there's the shirt. All right, y'all. The rest of this is going to be some orders. This is the next day, and I'm working on a hat order. This is a cowboy hat. This is our first cowboy hat order. Shout out to them boys. But right now, we're just writing through some quick orders. I did this hat. This is how I do my hat, pre-press. You know, you always pre-press to get your moisture out, smooth out any wrinkles so you don't have any mishaps. Tape down your design. Make sure you have it centered to your best ability. Tape it down as securely as you are comfortable taping. Then we are going to turn around and press. Always add your parchment paper. Press for your 60 seconds. For my hats, I believe I press for 55 and not 60. And then you always press on, but I always press between 385 and 395. And boom, your hat is good. So now we're going to move on over to the tip, and we're going to package up these orders. Since this isn't just packaging now for the remaining 4 minutes and so of this video, I'm going to take this time out to ask you all if you having fun over here at the Bawse Productions. If you are, please hit that like button if you're liking the videos that you are seeing. If you are loving the content, hit that subscribe button so you are always known to the area when you know that when we are ready to hit another video. Hit that notification bell so you are notified anytime we post a new video. We we have been kind of slow on orders lately, so that's why you haven't seen a video from us in about 2 weeks. But orders are starting to pick up again. This order, this shirt, I did not think y'all wanted to see me press this one more time. This time it was on a hoodie. The last 2 times I did them on t-shirts. But this lady wanted a hoodie. She ordered a t-shirt and she came back through when I released the hoodies and ordered a hoodie. And I am so grateful, very, very much grateful and appreciative of all my customers over here at BawseCreations.com. So check us out if you want to shop. I'm gonna leave the link down in the bio. But yeah, like I was saying, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you will always notify when we post up a new video. Y'all, if y'all would like what y'all see, if y'all have any comments, any concerns, any ideas, leave me a comment downstairs in the comment section. You know what I mean? I like to answer my followers. I love you guys, and I'm thankful and grateful for all 360 of you loves. I love y'all. Y'all my bosses. We being bosses together. We hustle right. We hustle nice. Hey, hey, hey. Now, I'm just printing off the packaging slip, and I'm printing off the I done had a brain fart, y'all. I'm sorry. The shipping label. Excuse me. And then we're gonna move over to packaging up our hat. Cowboys in the house. I'm not a big football fan, but I know this is America, and America loves football. That's why I do it for you. And we just wrote a simple little note for everybody showing my thanks and appreciation. Dropped down a little springtime code. Although it ain't spring no more, I'm still using my springtime code up until the end of this month. And then we're going to go into summertime fun. But for now, this is all I got for y'all. I like to thank y'all and appreciate y'all for watching, staying tuned. I love it. If y'all love it here, I love y'all for loving it here. If you don't love it here yet, I promise you will. Just stick around. Give me a chance. I know you're going to find some useful information, some helpful tips, some of my struggles. I got 2 businesses, one of them going well, and my Bawse Beauty is not doing what I thought it was going to do with my natural skincare products. But that's for another day, for another video. I'll get back to that one when I do my little chit and chat about Bawse Beauty, and maybe ask y'all some tips and tricks on how to get that up and going the right way, because it's not working out for me right now. But I'm not mad at it. I'm loving my struggle. I'm loving my journey. I'm not going to call it my struggle. I'm loving my journey in this life called entrepreneurship. So, like I said, y'all, I'm loving it here, and I'm loving that you guys are loving it here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around with me. And I will see y'all on the next video. Please like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. We still trying to hit them 1,000 followers by the end of summer, y'all. That's still a goal of mine, and I love y'all for helping me out with that. All right, y'all. Peace. Be breezy, and I'll see y'all on the next one.